So welcome guys, in today's video. In this video we will see that how to make a database and create a table in XAMPP MySQL. So let's open our XAMPP control panel. So yeah, it's taking time. So now it's open and you have to start both Apache and MySQL. So I have started both of them, and now I have to click on the admin of MySQL so that my phpMyAdmin MySQL will open. So this is the localhost phpMyAdmin. Now I will create a database, so I have to click on new. So I have clicked on new, and now I will enter a database name. So I am giving the database name just hello. So I have given the database name hello, and I have clicked on created. So now my database is created, and see the sidebar here, it will show the database. Where is it? So here is my database hello. So it's right now it's not having any table, so I will create one table, and now I will give the table name demo. So I'm giving the table name demo, and here's the number of columns. It's not the problem that you have to give the number of column exactly. You can add or delete ahead. So now I'm giving the column 2, and I'm just click on go. So now my table demo is created. It's taking time in loading. So now my table demo is created. Now I will put the column name. So my first column name will be ID. I'm putting here ID, and for if you have to put auto increment in your ID column, then you have to just click on A_I, which is stand for auto increment. This, what is auto increment? So this is whenever someone enters the data in your database or in your table, then it will be automatically give a next ID. For example, if I've submitted one form, then ID will be 1, and when I submitted again in the next time, then the ID will automatically incremented and put it ID number 2. So it's something like that. It will give the unique ID, and it will give increment from the previous ID. It will give +1 to the previous ID. And now I'm creating the name. My second column is name, so I put here the column name. So ID is integer, you can choose any one of them, and the name it will be in varchar, and in varchar we have to give the length of the string, because varchar is used for string. So now I have to give the length, and you can put any. So I am putting 50. For example, my string length will be 50. Now I have to add one more column which will be of email, but there is no option, or I have no another column where I can put the name. So I will simply just click on this here, where I am hovering my cursor, table name demo, add one column. So I will simply click on go. So when I click on go, so it simply comes one more column, and now I will write the column name, which is email, and simply I will also give the type to be varchar, which is string type, and I am giving the length to be 50. Okay, so now again my column has filled. Now I will add 2 more columns. So here I am adding 3 more columns, right? One will be extra. So I have created 3 more sections. Now I will put here time. So time, for example, whenever you have entered, so you have to put the current timestamp, that the real time when the user entered the data in our table. So you have to put that. For that you have to use the type date and time. For example, I'm putting here date and time, and after this you don't have to give any length in date or time. Just you have to, by default, you have to click on by default and using the current timestamp. For example, whenever you will enter the data in our table, then the time of whenever the data will be entered in our table will be registered in the time column. And you see here are 2 columns are extra, so they will be automatically removed when I click on the save. So I am clicking on save button, and see my table is created. Now it's proceeding, and it's here. My table name demo is created, and here's the structure where ID type is int, name and email is in varchar, and time is in date and time, and ID is auto incremented, and the time is current timestamp. So now I will just add the name and email, and the rest one will be automatically filled. So I will just click on here insert. So here, this is the way where how you can insert without any PHP form or without any query. It's very simple. So I am putting here name TECH tech and techcoder, and here's the email techcoder@gmail.com. right, so again I'm putting the same again I'm putting a different details. So here I'm giving the name to be sample and the email to be sample@gmail.com, and here I'm clicking on go. So when I click on go, both the data will be entered in my database. So here automatically the query is run, and when I click on my browse, then it will show the data. So for example, you can see that I have, and it is storing the current time, which is 17:10:20, which is 5:10 and the 22nd, and it's automatically adding the ID, for example 1, then 2, and for example if I add the third one, so in the previous one the time are same because I run both the query at the same time. So now I will give the different time, so different I am putting here demo, and the email will be demo@gmail.com. And I'm clicking here go. So when I click on go, the query is inserted, and I will check. So the ID is automatically 3 because I've entered the new, and it is automatically incremented in the previous ID, which is second, and here comes the third one. So the ID is third, and name and email which I put here demo@gmail.com, and the current timestamp is working on the real time basis. For example, today dated 9 August 2021, and the time is 5:11 p.m. so it is putting here, and the old data is put it on 5:10 p.m. So this is all about this video, where I show you how to create database and how to create a table with unique ID auto incremented, and how to use current timestamp, how you can store the date and the time when the user entered the detail in the table. So this is all about this video. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.